Richie had just moved into his dream home, a quaint house nestled on the outskirts of the bustling city. After years of saving and relentless hard work, he had finally found a place that felt like it could be his sanctuary. As a software engineer, his work life was hectic and stressful, but his home offered a stark contrast, a quiet retreat where he could unwind and find solace. The house was nearly perfect, but there was one thing missing, a statement piece for his living room. Richie had always appreciated unique and artistic furniture, something that told a story and brought character into a space. He spent days browsing various furniture stores and online marketplaces, hoping to find a perfect piece. One afternoon, while scrolling through a local artisan's website, a stunning Epoxy table caught the eye. The table was a mesmerizing blend of natural wood and vibrant blue resin, resembling a serene river flowing through the forest. The craftsmanship was flawless, and the design spoke to Richie on a deeper level. Without a second thought, he decided to purchase it. Esther was a talented furniture maker with a small workshop on the edge of town. She had a passion for transforming ordinary pieces of wood into extraordinary works of art. Her specialty was epoxy tables, a skill she had honed over the years. Each table she created was unique, infused with her love for nature and art. Esther poured her heart into every piece she made, and the table that Richie had bought was no exception. She remembered the hours she spent perfecting the flow of the resin, ensuring it mimicked the natural movement of water. The table had been a labor of love, a piece she was particularly proud of. For Esther, her work was more than just a job. It was a way of expressing her soul. She often wondered who would end up owning her pieces and what kind of life they would lead. Little did she know that one of her favorite creations was about to lead her to something unexpected. Richie couldn't wait for the table to arrive. When it did, he was thrilled. It was even more beautiful in person, and it fit perfectly in his living room. The table became the centerpiece of his home, a place where he would enjoy his morning coffee, read books, and entertain friends. One sunny Saturday, Richie decided to throw a housewarming party. He invited friends and colleagues, eager to share his new home with them. Among the guests was Lisa, a friend of a friend who happened to be an interior designer. As she admired the house, she was particularly struck by the epoxy table. "Richie, this table is incredible. Where did you get it?" she asked, running her fingers along the smooth surface. "I found it on a local artisan's website. It's my favorite piece in the house," Richie replied with a smile. Lisa nodded positively. "It's definitely a statement piece. The craftsmanship is exquisite." As the party continued, Lisa couldn't stop thinking about the table. She remembered a friend who was also into handcrafted furniture and thought she might be interested in seeing it. After the party, she mentioned the table to her friend, who immediately recognized the style. "That sounds like Esther's work. She's a phenomenal artist. I have a few pieces of hers myself," the friend exclaimed. Curiosity piqued. Lisa decided to reach out to Esther. She had admired Esther's work for a long time and saw this as a perfect opportunity to connect. She sent Esther a message, explaining how she had seen one of her tables at a friend's house and how stunning it was. Esther was thrilled to receive the message. She always appreciated hearing from people who enjoyed her work. Lisa invited her to an upcoming event where they could meet and discuss a potential collaboration. Excited by the prospect, Esther agreed. The event was a small, intimate gathering at a local art gallery. Esther arrived early, nervous but excited. She spotted Lisa right away and introduced herself. The two women hit it off immediately, bonding over their shared love of art and design. As they chatted, Esther mentioned her latest creations, including the epoxy table that had found a new home. Lisa's eyes light up. "You won't believe this, But that's the table I saw at my friend Richie's house. He was so taken with it. Esther felt a surge of pride and curiosity. Richie, you say? It's always amazing to hear where my pieces end up. I would love to see it in its new home someday. Lisa smiled. I'm sure Richie will be thrilled to meet you. How about we arranged a visit? A few days later, Lisa called Richie with an exciting proposition. Richie, you remember the artisan who made your table? I managed to get in touch with her, and she's interested in seeing how her work looks in your home. Will you be up for a visit? Richie was intrigued. Absolutely. I would love to meet the person behind such a beautiful piece. They arranged for Esther to come over the following weekend. When the day arrived, Richie felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. He tidied up his living room, making sure everything looked perfect. When Esther arrived, Richie was struck by her warm smile and easy demeanor. She was just as he had imagined, passionate and genuine. As she walked into the living room and saw the table, her eyes lighted up with recognition and joy. It's beautiful, Esther said, running her fingers over the resin. It's like seeing an old friend. Richie couldn't help but smiled. You've created something truly special. It's the centerpiece of my home. As the afternoon went on, Richie and Esther found themselves engrossed in conversation. They talked about their lives, their passions, and the stories behind Esther's creations. There was an instant connection, a shared appreciation for beauty and craftsmanship that went beyond the table. Esther felt a sense of fulfillment, seeing her work appreciated in such a personal way. Richie, on the other hand, was captivated by Esther's talent and the passion she poured into her art. There was an undeniable chemistry between them, a spark that neither could ignore. As the visit came to an end, Richie couldn't help but feel a punch of disappointment. He didn't want the day to end. Summoning his courage, he asked, "Would you like to stay for dinner? I would love to hear more about your work." Esther hesitated for a moment, then smiled. "I would like that." Dinner turned into a long evening, filled with laughter, stories, and a growing sense of connection. Richie and Esther discovered they had more in common than they had initially realized. Both had a deep appreciation for nature, enjoyed hiking, and had a love for old books. As the night wore on, they felt an ease with each other that was rare and precious. Esther shared stories of her childhood, how she had always been drawn to creating things with her hands. Richie talked about his journey in the tech world and how he found peace in creating a beautiful home. Their bond grew stronger with each passing moment. By the time Esther left, it was clear that this was more than just a meeting of two strangers. It was the beginning of something special. In the weeks that followed, Richie and Esther spent more time together. They explored the city, went hiking, and shared many more dinners. Their relationship blossomed, built on mutual respect and a deep appreciation for each other's passions. Richie found himself inspired by Esther's creativity and dedication. He began to see the world through her eyes, finding beauty in the small things. Esther, in turn, was charmed by Richie's kindness and the way he appreciated her work. Their connection grew deeper with each passing day. They found joy in each other's company, a sense of belonging that neither had felt before. Months passed, and Richie and Esther's relationship continued to flourish. They supported each other's dreams and found happiness in their shared moments. The table that had once been a simple piece of furniture became a cherished symbol of their journey. One evening, as they sat by the table, Richie took Esther's hand. "This table brought us together," he said softly. "It's more than just a piece of art. It's a testament to your talent and our shared love." Esther smiled, her heart full, and it's a reminder of how beautiful life can be when you follow your passion. All right, their love story was one of chance and shared appreciation for beauty and craftsmanship. It was a story that began with a table but grew into something far more profound. Richie and Esther had found each other through passions, and together they created a life full with love and creativity. Consider subscribing to the channel for more videos like this.